Hey everyone, we're on the road for a birthday weekend adventure with my family, and all is great until about 200 miles in at 8 p.m. The song that everyone hates comes on. Luckily, we were just about 2 exits away from our destination, the Grand Sierra Hotel. I decided to deal with this car trouble in the morning. So bright and early the next morning, I headed to the nearest O'Reilly Auto Parts. Since most auto parts stores offer free check engine light diagnostics, this was the first step in solving our car troubles. The customer rep plugged in the scanner and the device revealed P3400. One valve pause system stuck off, and if you look at line 2, it says stuck off bank 1. I'm not a mechanic, but after searching online, this pertains to the oil pressure sensor located on bank 1, which is located at the rear of the engine. I looked into getting it fixed, and the shops around town quoted me something in the $500 range to change the oil pressure sensor. There goes my birthday budget. So here's the deal. I had 3 options. 1. Spend $500 at a mechanic, go home safe but with no birthday fun. 2. Spend $150 on parts and tools, go DIY mode in the GSR parking lot and donate the leftover cash to a casino. Or 3, burn my birthday budget, take a risky drive over the Sierras, and hope for the best. You guessed it, I chose option 2. The GSR, or I call it Garage Shop Recreation. The parking lot is spacious enough for my van, and it's time to DIY my way back to birthday bliss. We've got a shopping list ahead of us. First up, we need a 24mm deep socket. I wish Harbor Freight sold this individually, but we have no choice. Next on the list is the oil pressure sensor. The OEM part number listed down below in the description, along with the aftermarket option available on Amazon. And last but not least, don't forget about the O-ring you'll need for this oil pressure sensor. Let's go ahead and get started with the installation. So what I'm pointing at is the oil pressure sensor located on bank 2. We'll need to work on bank 1. Like I mentioned before, it's located in the rear. So we'll need to remove the engine's plastic cover in order to remove the sensor. I didn't get a chance to record the removal of the plastic piece and unloosening the sensor, but I've disconnected it, and it didn't take much to unscrew this with a socket and a ratchet. I'll apply some engine oil to this O-ring. To do that, I'll use this dipstick. It can be a bit tricky to manage while recording, but we'll get it done. First, install the O-ring and make sure it's properly secured in place. I didn't have a torque wrench when I filmed this video, but I made sure it's tight enough to ensure a proper seal. Then install the sensor. From my online research, the recommended torque range for oil pressure sensor is typically around 12 to 15 foot-pounds. But it's always a good idea to consult your vehicle's manual or manufacturer's specification for exact torque value. Next, attach the connector to the sensor. After that, reinstall the engine cover. Now, to reset the check engine light and get it back to normal, simply disconnect the negative terminal. You'll need a 10mm wrench to disconnect the black cable connected to the battery. Wait for 60 seconds and then reconnect the cable. That should do the trick. Thank you for tuning in, and it's been a unique experience for me doing a DIY car repair at a casino parking lot. Who knew fixing cars and hitting the jackpot could go hand in hand? Until next time, remember, life's a gamble, but with a little DIY, we're always in control. Well, mostly.